So hey you guys, this is Glamazante, and of course I'm back with a wig video. You guys, I went to Miami recently and I had to go to a Freaknik party, so of course I wanted to do a really funky creative style. So I decided to use this wig that I got from Wignee. This is a 13x4 HD lace wig. It's 150% density and it's 26 inches long. This wig was like perfect to come up with that Freaknik style and give me that half up down look. So I was like, let me go ahead and do this for the girls. Let me give y'all a little tutorial and let's jump straight into it. So first things first, with styling wigs that I already have, you guys, I like to make sure I do the outline of where my head shape is on my mannequin. That makes it so much easier when I'm styling a wig. That way I know how much to put up, how much to put down. Normally wigs fit a little bit bigger on my head, so I know where to cut off the ear tabs properly and everything, so I don't have to go backtrack after styling and doing that. So, you know, that just makes it so much more easier. So I think you should try that if you're styling wigs so that you don't have all that extra lace and stuff on the sides. So with this wig, you guys see it has a really good HD lace onto it as well. So that is really good for blending and meshing. And with doing it, it made this wig process so much more easier. Also, you guys, don't forget to use my discount code for $10 off and check the bio because I have all that information for you guys about the wig and some discounts, okay? So with me, I first wanted to go ahead and pin this wig onto the mannequin because I just want to get a really clean base, and I also don't want it to move while I'm trying to work with it so that everything can be sturdy and stable. You guys, I'm really sorry, but I am losing my voice from being in Miami, so bear with me. So after I have made sure that my base and everything is pretty secure, I'm going to go through and see how much hair I actually need to have for my top part and my bottom part, because I do want both parts to actually look pretty full, and I want everything to look like, you know, it has enough up top so that I can actually create that leveling and that dimensioning up top. Now I know it is a space in the middle of it, but we will definitely deal with that later on, because I promise you guys I would never do you like that. But I feel like with looking at this was a good amount to be at the top, and I just went along one of the tracks in the back, you know, just to keep it pretty uniform and also to keep everything pretty, you know, leveled, and also keep it separated, like more clean looking, if that makes sense. And now I'm just going to take the bottom half and put that in a ponytail, because we're not going to need to worry about that until way later on. So, you know, I just need to keep that out my way so that I can work with the top. So next, I went ahead and took the top portion down because now I can just work with it freely because the bottom half is separated. And to do this style, first things first, you have to take everything by a part. So I know stuff can look really difficult, but I promise y'all, whatever style you want to do, you can actually achieve it. You just have to break it down into different sections of how you think that the style is created from the base to the end. So with me, I could tell that it was a middle part. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do me a middle part. And like I said, I've seen a couple YouTubers that, especially the ones I love, that's kind of done styles similar to this or this style. So I just try to make it my own. But Kimani and also Jordan, those are both my baby boos, and I love the way they style hair. So yeah, y'all. But right here I'm doing my part, and I wanted my part to be definite, so I made sure I plucked it a little bit more, you guys, just so y'all can see that, and you know, it can make everything look a little bit more natural. And then I'm just going to use my hot comb. My hot comb is from Kendra's Boutique. So I'm just pressing that out perfectly, making sure it's laying flat. And I was using it on the highest heat, I believe, like 450, and everything still was working out good. With this style, you won't need to show too much of the hairline, but the parts that do show, I still wanted to look natural. So I made sure to pluck those gradiently and bleach the knots and stuff. But you guys know I have plenty of videos like that up, so I decided to skip that process with this. And then I'm just going to go through now and part out the front section. So with the front section, you guys know that's like the little swoop-de-doop. You remember Offset was saying he was sick of seeing Cardi B wear a swoop, but I'm like, chill, we love that swoop, okay? Because Cardi B's like a Libra like me. So, you know, I was like, let me go ahead and part my swoop out. So with this, you guys are going to see me go back and forth quite a bit of trying to figure out how much swoop to have, because I still want as much hair as possible for the ponytail portion so I can do the sculpture up look. But I don't want to use so much hair for the swoop because all I need is enough so that it doesn't look spacey or little pieces in between. So I was like taking hair away, putting hair back, taking hair away. But with this little bit amount of hair, it didn't make it look like it was any spaces or it was too thin. So I was like, this is the perfect amount of hair to have down. And then, you know, with me, I want to keep everything clean. So I'm just going to use my little duck clips and like pin that there and pin that there. And that's going to keep that out of my way until I need to deal with that later on. So then next with me putting it half up and half down, you guys know with sewing on the wefts and stuff, sometimes it will be a little shorter in the back. So I decided to go through and, you know, cut that off. And that just was helping give a part of that clean look. It isn't necessary, but with me, I just like everything to be very like, this is what it is. No messy, no, like I like parts and stuff to be straight, all those kinds of things. And also with the top part, I did go ahead and put this like in a little messy top knot. And I did that so that I could hot comb it the proper way because this is a wig and it's normally used to going in one direction. So with me doing that, it was helping to mold the hair to go towards a ponytail. And I'm also going to be using my Got to Be freezing spray. I used a little bit of wax, like a little wax stick, and I just used my hot comb to press it out. And I was moving this part forward so I could do some baby hairs because I'm only gonna have baby hairs on this one section, but with the rest I was just pressing it backwards and pressing it into the shape of which way it's supposed to go. So then next, I'm actually going to go ahead and take this top portion after molding it so much and putting it into a ponytail. And you guys see how it has that little sheen to it, and I love that because that's a big 90s thing when it's got like the shiny look and sheen. Because I know a lot of my hairstyles are more lightweight than this, but I was like, girl, let me go ahead and spray and, you know, tack it down because I wanted it to not move. I wanted this like to stay in one place. So then next, after I did my ponytail, I did do a couple more bands around it just to make sure it was like secured and flat. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my, I believe, 1.5-inch barrel curler, and I'm just going to spray a little bit Got to Be spray on it, roll it around, hold it, and then actually slide off the curling barrel without taking the curler apart. And I'm gonna want to leave it in that same direction. That way I can kind of pin it, and that's what I'm going to be stacking on top of one another is the curls. I've done this look maybe like 2 to 3 different times before with different wigs. This is my first time actually recording it for you guys. But the good thing about this style is you actually can take it and make it your own. You could do 2 ponytails and do the same look on each end. You can actually do 3. You can have 2 swoops, one going to the left and right. You know, it's all in what you make it. With me, I did want to have my curls, but I wanted them to go in different directions. I didn't want it to kind of be uniform, just tiered on top of each other. So all I'm doing is like curling it, pinning the curl, and then kind of spreading it out a little bit longer to stack on top of each curl. So the ones at the bottom are clearly the tightest curls with the pin, and then the ones over top of that is a little bit looser so it can be longer. And then as we keep going, I'm just making it a little bit longer and then pinning that as well. But that's all I did was stack them on top of each other and probably use 1 to 2 pins per curl and roll. And you know, I just went through and fluctuated, and you don't have to use that much hair for the curls because they're going to be stacked. So it can be thin pieces of, you know, rolled around the actual barrel. And then you guys see this is the back of it, and I'm pressing it out. And girl, this is where the part section came in because I was doing this hair and literally forgot about the back of it looking like that. But I had to actually go back in and add some tracks to that middle part, because y'all know I could not go outside like that. But as y'all gonna see, I never even realized this part was like this until when we get there, but y'all gonna see. And then this is the part that's supposed to be the swoop in the front, and I'm just gonna brush that and actually hot comb it. And then remember I told you guys I didn't cut the tabs, the ear tabs out yet, but I left enough baby hair ear tabs at the bottom so that when I did cut the tabs off, I still had enough that was going to hang in front of my ear. So I didn't actually cut it off yet, but when I go to cut for my ear, it's still enough baby tabs for my hair, if that makes sense, to be in the bottom as well. But girl, let me get y'all into this Kiki child.
Big purr, you heard. Let me see the back of my hair so we can go.
I'm gonna put it on with flash just so you can see what somebody recorded.
And then take regular.
And then turn it on. Turn it around too fast.
Ooh, that look crazy. Oh, I'm gonna hate it. That look really bad. Why y'all ain't say nothing?
I don't think it looked that bad. I think that you can loosen up the ponytail a little bit.
I can't loosen because if I loosen it, it's gonna fuck that up. You know what I really could do? Glue a track back there. Pay and make her debut. Period or whatever. You know, because my tracks was fucking looking crazy. These bitches was gonna have me walk out the house and didn't want to show me. Nobody in the house wanted to show me. That's how I knew it was real bad. June was like, Paige how I wear my phone. I don't know where my phone is.
I was trying.
I damn near had to tell them I'm gonna beat their asses if I don't see my hair. We ain't going nowhere. If I don't see the hair back of my head, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna move because I'm gonna do that anyway.
And low-key, I kind of figured you knew. See,
I knew, but you know what the problem is? When you put it on American, that head is smaller. Putting it on my head is stretched. So you know, on American, it didn't look like that. So I knew it might need something, but I didn't know it was that bad. Bitch, what are you doing to me? And it better be giving cute.
It does look way better.
Cute. Now you want to take a picture? I know it gotta be looking lit. Y'all, the back of my head was not giving, bitch.
Way better.
Oh yeah, way better. The back of the head was not giving, but now it's giving. You bitches is fucked up. Y'all was not gonna show me the back of my fucking head. Talking about you ain't gonna like it though. You ain't gonna like it. You knew you wasn't gonna like it. I wasn't.
I told you you wasn't gonna like it. It didn't look crazy.
It just wasn't. It wasn't.
It just wasn't what you would like.
That's why we told you that.
Fuck you, hoes.
Damn, is he fucking?
Okay, can we go now? I'm sorry, but it was taking me a long time, but now I'm ready. Yeah, do a little pass through on me, bitch. No, I'm just testing it out. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all, so that's the end of the video. You know, top 9 mommy, real cute. Bye, bitch, gotta go.